Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about transit Uranus Sextile or Trine one's natal sun. Now, this transit could manifest in goals, aspirations, friendships, one's future, freedom, independence, being in harmony with the physical body and vitality. I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. This is a time where you're more likely than not to have the energy and vitality to pursue your goals and aspirations. If there's anything you're aspiring to do in terms of enhancing your vitality, your energy level, improving your physical body, if you're even using some, like say, innovative workout equipment to increase or muscle mass, this is the time where you could be more successful in doing so, or you have the opportunity to do so, more so than you ordinarily would. The thing about this is that when you have this transit, it's also a time where your friendships can be more beneficial to you in terms of if you need to take action on something. Say if you have your natal sun in Scorpio, you might need to take action. Could be on insurance matter, taxes, or wills, or crisis situation. This is where friendships may be there for you more to help you deal with those situations. They could be more beneficial to you as opposed to being to your detriment in those kind of situations. It's also a time as well where I would say it's a good aspect for having the energy and vitality to do things that are associated with your friends and pursuing your future. Your future is something that you may have more of the energy for and have more exuberance and enthusiasm in pursuing at this time. If any of your goals are something of a creative nature, this could be the time where you might you can it's more of an opportunity to do so to fulfill them, or at least make progress in doing so with little diversions or distractions. And since the sun is about creativity, it's creation. Let's say, for example, going back to the natal sun as an example, if you have your sun in the eighth house, if you're doing something, say, with forensic recreation, or you're trying to reconstruct something, this is the time where you would have more that opportunity, I would say, to be able to do so, to move forward in this, and because Uranus is forward moving energy. Or let's say that you're pursuing, you're in some school and you're pursuing, say, a position in life as some forensics reconstructions or whatever it may. I don't know if that's the exact title. It's the people that recreate forensic crime scenes. But anyway, it also could be a time where it's more of a rapport, I would say, in friendship situation with the biological father. At this time, if your natal sun is in Leo, it could be biological father may actually be a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody those characteristics, and might be somebody that's rather could be domineering and overbearing, but at the same time be very generous, magnanimous. A person that has courage, has fortitude, has a lot of confidence, and self-assuredness as some examples. But anyway, and also with children as well. It could be a time for a greater rapport with children, because it can be a time where you feel, it's more about, you can form more of that friendship, that bond, with those people, at this time, more so, than you ordinarily would. And so even if the situation with these people, say with the biological father and or children, if applicable, has been somewhat contentious, this could be that time where you can have more of an enjoyable time with them, I would say, because Uranus is about friendships and it's about moving forward. And it's a time you can move past any kind of dispute with these people at this time. Now, Also, too, another way this transit can manifest is that it can be, time. Keep in mind, the sun, anatomically speaking, is associated with the heart, the spine, the upper back, and this is a time where, if you have, any issues, that are going on with those things that I described that are anatomically connected with the sun, and if your future depends on it and you have to do as far as doing something about it, or could be more of a time for you and an opportunity to move forward on those issues, again with little hesitation or procrastination. It's time where you can make progress, because Uranus is progressive energy, and I would say as well, with this transit, you could be making more progress in those matters at this time. It's a good opportunity to do so, and having that freedom and that time to be able to do it. Now, it could also be too that Uranus-related things, such as astrology, computers, innovation, tech labs, meteorology, aviation. These are things that may motivate and drive you at this time, and have that right drive and motivation for them, where you're not going, overboard. The thing is, keep in mind when you have, some people wonder, well, how does this transit differ? How is it distinct from the conjunction to the natal sun? Well, it's similar and comparable to the conjunction to the natal sun. But the difference is, if you have, like, say, the transit Uranus making a conjunction to the natal sun, it could be more intensified, and to the point where, when you have, a transit like this, when it's a conjunction, the fact that it can be so intense, it can be, become really like obsessive actually at times. Remember, the conjunction has good and bad qualities in it. It's a neutral aspect. So instead, as an example, I mean, you have the transit Uranus making sextile or trine to the natal sun, can be doing things, again, Uranus related, like computers or innovation or astrology, and having the right drive and motivation for. If you had the conjunction, you may still have certain drive and motivation to do it, but it can also be putting too much energy and drive and motivation into that, to the point where it could be to the exclusion of other things. So anyway, now it's a time too where friendships can be beneficial to you, in taking action. In a matter, I used the example with Scorpio before. It could be something with wills or insurance or taxes, or let's say another example, the natal sun is in Aquarius. It could be some kind of humanitarian or selfless endeavor, something where maybe it has to do with providing some kind of tech labs to people, like say the less fortunate, like inner city children as an example. Another thing too, this could be the time where, if you're, the goals and aspirations, if you're trying to attain the basic wants, which is connected with the sun, this could be an opportune time to do so. If the natal sun is in the zodiac sign Cancer, say, it can be, those wants could be connected with the home and family, and safety and security, even just time as far as introversion goes too. I would understand something about this being a natal sun in Cancer. Now, another thing too is that this could also be a time, or it could be auspicious for dealings with dominant males in your life, whether it's the biological father, or it could be an authority figure, and forming that friendship with these people, and being, it could be positive for altruistic actions with them at this point in time. And another way this transit could manifest as well, it could be about where your friendships, people that are prominent, some group, club, or organization you may belong to, may be more compatible with your basic character, which is connected with the sun at this time more so than usual. Now, anyway, another way this transit could manifest, it could be, again, friendships, which is Uranus, could be beneficial to your basic wants, which is the sun. And going back again, reiterating what I said previously, if your natal sun is in the zodiac sign Cancer, those basic ones can include home-related matters, introversion, family, even woodworking, and some examples. And hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, now another way this transit could be expressed, it could be where goals and aspirations, which is Uranus, is something you have more vitality and energy for, which is the sun. Let's say, for example, if the transit Uranus is in Taurus, it could be, doing something with agriculture, cultivation, or gardening, something artistic, as some examples, geology even. Now, another way this transit could be expressed, it could be where clubs, which is Uranus, could be more in harmony with your basic character, which is the sun. If the natal sun is in Pisces, as an example, that basic character can be idealistic, very altruistic, compassionate, forgiving, as some examples. Also, this could be a time where freedom, which is Uranus, it's more likely to have that freedom to do what you want in life, and the sun is connected with life. Now, if the natal sun is in Sagittarius, as an example, that life may be one associated with sports, adventure, the outdoors, publishing, advertising, as some examples, and also to your future, which is Uranus, may be easier to focus on, which is the sun is about our focus and attention. Now, for example, if the transit Uranus in Pisces is in the 5th house, it could be doing something with hypothetical, which is Pisces, sports, which is the 5th house, or it could be the production of fantasy, which is Pisces, and games, which is the 5th house. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.